everybody, Shakes here. Decided to quit messing around with so much science and go ahead and get an orbit underway. Here we've got a basic rocket setup that should get me into orbit. I have a couple test stages put on this landing gear and a retro thruster of sorts. So we start out with a basic launch. Pretty much what you'd expect. Start to turn at 10,000 meters. I'll pull out to see how high I'm gonna get. Once I get up, well, out of that atmosphere, I put in my maneuver node. There we go, that's a nice even orbit. Now I try to time accelerate as much as possible with my video editor, but when it comes down to actual thrusting through the maneuver nodes, I slowed it down a bit and ran it at regular speed just to give people an idea of exactly how long it takes in order to hit a maneuver node and to accelerate through it. Later on, I probably won't bother with that too much unless I'm dealing with a new engine set up. And it's always good to remove your maneuver nodes once you get done. And we check and we have achieved orbit. So now I'm going to wait until I get on the brighter side of the planet again and do a few tests on some components. I tried this landing gear, and at the time I did this, I didn't know how to test it. I thought I just had to activate it, whereas I actually needed to go in and right-click on it in order to execute the test. But that's okay. I doubled up with contracts, and I get to test the Sepratron as well as that tiny solid rocket booster. So that's a couple contracts. I went in and tried to spam a little bit of science, and then it's time to set my orbit for return to Kerbin. I wanted to keep the orbit kind of low on entry just to keep things realistic. I don't have any mods that would cause me to burn up or explode if I come in too sharply or too quick. Mainly just playing for enjoyment here. So we burn retrograde to bring us back down. Remove our maneuver node, as always. Got extra fuel left over, so that's a good sign. Unfortunately, I'm coming in on the dark side of the planet, so that's not very good for eye candy. I did get some good science here in the upper atmosphere. Still spamming for science, but nothing's happening. Here we have re-entry effects. It's always neat watching the capsule try to burn up on the way back in. Still spamming for non-existent science. Still no signs. So anyway, that is a successful orbit, and I'm looking to go to the moon on the next episode. We got some pretty good stuff out of that mission. And we get to review the contracts that got completed. When I go in to invest in technology, I jump immediately on solar panels here, because that will enable me to do unmanned missions and transmit science back better. So anyway, thanks for checking this out. I will see you next time when we go to the moon.